r/ask Reddit. When did you realize you're not as intelligent as you thought you were? First year of uni, I had it very easy in HS. I was one of the lucky bastards who could ace everything with minimal effort. Scored in the 99th percentile in my country's equivalent of the SATs, etc. And then that first year of engineering just took a big ol' shit on everything I thought about myself. LOL. It was a pretty humbling experience. Same here, but medical school. I had never developed any study habits, and boy have I struggled a lot with forcing myself to study. Med school is pure memorization, and without study habits it's really difficult. I tried getting out of the car with my seatbelt on yesterday. 2 weeks ago I decided to close the car door at the same time I grabbed for the seatbelt over my shoulder. That's how I slammed 4 fingers at once. Easily the dumbest thing I've ever done. I closed my ankle in the car door twice in one day. In my defense, the first time hurt so bad that my brain stopped working. It'd say it was when I dropped an empty plastic colander. Panicked because it was going to hit my foot. So I tried to quickly move my foot out of the way and ended up kicking the solid wood cabinets hard enough to split my toenail straight down the middle. The colander weighed maybe around 1 out of 10 of a pound. It would not have hurt at all. My sis did the opposite of this. She dropped a large glass canister full of sugar. Though oh shit, that might break if it hits the linoleum, and stuck her foot under it to break its fall. She broke her big toe. I entered university. Half of the people there are smarter and or had a better education, and the other half is equally smart as you. Really makes you realize how small your world was. College made me realize that I wasn't gifted at all. I just had really strict parents and a really small pool. Every time my wife is mad at me and I think of the perfect comeback, I remember how brilliant I am, and then I say it. A wise man once said, when you get married, get a good bed and a good couch, for if you're not sleeping in one, you'll be sleeping on the other. I agree. Check out your furniture's sleepability. My wife is isolated dieta covered and I'm on the couch. Great to sit on, but sucks to sleep on. Back and neck pain every morning. I have trouble opening doors that have pull written on them. I was listening to an audiobook and I thought, why is there no subtitles for audiobooks for deaf people? That's just a book. That sounds like a shower thought I would have, LOL. I often use a little bit of knowledge that I know to explain something to people I really don't understand because I'm good with people. One day a young kid at work basically said, I feel like you know just enough to talk about stuff but not enough to really know anything. No offense, and I was like, goddamn, he's right. Same here. And it works because I do know a lot about certain things and a little about a lot. I read a thread about what intelligent people actually do or how you know someone is intelligent, and one comment hit home, that truly intelligent people are willing to admit that they don't know. It seems super obvious, but I like to be the person who knows stuff, and I don't like to admit I don't, so I'm working on it. Instead of nodding like I understand everything, I ask the questions and learn. Bold of you to assume that I thought of myself as intelligent. I know I'm dumb, so I'll never be disappointed. This is the way. Honestly used to basically be a poster child for the I am very smart sub. Mostly because I was one of those kids who growing up was told I was apparently gifted, so that gave me this god complex of thinking that I knew everything. It honestly took me till like the middle of middle school to really suddenly start realizing just how little I knew. And therefore you're smart. Because you knew how little you knew. I read a lot, like averaging a book every couple of days, so my vocabulary was good, but I didn't speak to people a lot until I was about 15, and turns out I was terrible at pronouncing a lot of words I read and ended up looking very stupid several times. I did the same. It came from reading books beyond my grade level and instinctively understanding the word despite never having heard it in conversation. There are still a few holdover words that I want to mispronounce despite knowing the correct way. 6 months after I started med school. I took all honors and advanced classes in high school. My average GPA equated to a B. Then I failed out of college twice, and I'm back for a third time, where I just came to the realization that our solar system is in the Milky Way galaxy. In my mind, you're 3/4 of the way through an astronomy degree, and then came to that conclusion when a college prof told me I was a good test taker. I took a literature course where the professor's comment on one of my essays was, "You are good at manhandling the text to support your point." I once had a 10-page paper. The first comment on it was, "Your conclusion is complete bullshit." Couldn't argue with that. I'm a great writer, but I hate it and never do a draft, and rarely close the paper effectively. When I got slightly more intelligent and could recognize my own stupidity, I might do it again once I bother to learn some more shit. Next thing for you to learn is clearly the difference between knowledge, intelligence, and wisdom. Going from university to grad school, I did well in uni and was so confident. After first year in grad school, I know I am just average. There are people can remember lecture slides after reading over them. It's crazy. Being average in graduate school is far from being average in all of humanity. Give yourself a little credit. 7 years after I sold my 365 bitcoins at $30 a piece. That's only like 9-10 meters I never got in my pocket. Grad school in Germany. I'm from the US and did my BA there. I used to be the smartest kid in class, had a 3.9 GPA and always spoke during discussions. I got to Germany and wow, their education system is truly better. I realized I was good at studying, in reality, memorizing and regurgitating facts and dates, but terrible at analysis and theory. When I discovered this, knowledge is having the right answer, intelligence is asking the right question. I was a straight A student but always the quiet one and never asked questions in class. I learned what I was taught and excelled, but rarely questioned anything. I'm trying to change that now, at work. LOL. I feel so dumb around my coworkers. Literally zero confidence. When I try to learn a foreign language, a baby can do it easily, but for me it's a struggle. Just ask the babies how they do it. Easy fix. In 7th grade, when I argued with a smart kid that I was not 4 minutes and 12 seconds, I was 5 feet. It took me way too long to figure out why he was looking at me like that. I mean, sounds like he was trolling. You could also say you're 3 minutes and 24 seconds, but that's not how it's ever expressed. Every one of my friends all got 34-36 on their ACT and got free college tuition, while I had to take out student loans and debt my ass to space because I only got a 26. AIII 26 club. All my friends destroyed me on the ACT as well. But that's because I was friends with people much smarter / more gifted than me academically. It's also the time in my life when I was most motivated, because I was working hard to keep up. Not at the top where I am in most work situations now. I am trying to get myself back to the place of chasing the high of being the dumbest person in the room and still getting something right. That's where I most succeed personally. Literally by joining Reddit. I never thought I was super smart or some shit. But there's people in here who literally build computers for fun. Like scientists and everything. I will never be smart enough for that. I've worked in healthcare, so I do know something about chemistry and stuff. But not like that. I'll never be on that level and it makes me feel really stupid. I just built my first computer a few months ago. You could easily learn how to do it. I was super intimidated by it, but after watching several YouTube videos, I figured it out. All depends what you focus on. I had kind of an opposite experience to what I think you are asking. For a good portion of my adult life, I existed thinking that I was missing out on something when I saw people who had a college degree. I always just assumed they knew more than I did and were smarter for it. I got my degree when I was 34 years old. All of my time in school I realized that those people who graduate aren't smarter than anyone else. They just went to school. It wasn't just the students, but the professors too. It was a humbling experience to find out that there were such stupid people everywhere you looked, even in the places where stupid is supposed to be sent to die. Whoa, you made it to the end? You're a ducking beast. I'll cut you a deal. Smash like and subscribe for more curated content, bruh. It's free and that's a great price.